My question is to the Minister for Housing. What is the Albanese Labor government's policy to get more vulnerable Australians into housing, and what is blocking further action?
Give the call to the Minister for Housing, Homelessness and Small Business.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. And I want to thank the member for Canberra for her important question and for her interest in our broad housing agenda. Indeed, it's an agenda that we have been working on every day.
Will cease interjecting for the remainder of this answer.
It is an agenda that we've added to at every possible opportunity, whether it be for renters, for homeowners, for Australians looking for a safe, affordable place to call home. It's why we recently announced, of course, the $2 billion social housing accelerator to add to our agenda to deliver thousands of more social homes across Australia. Now, we're working hard to deliver on this because we know this action is needed. We're working hard to turn around the challenges that we inherited, as I talked about yesterday. We inherited, after a decade, very little action from those opposite.
Just pause a minute, Minister. I said at the beginning of this answer the member would not interrupt during this answer, and he's done that. So he's now warned. Yes, the member for Deakin. The Minister in continuation.
We're working hard to turn around the challenges we inherited after a decade of very little from those opposite. Indeed, we're working hard to help the people that those opposite failed.
Order.
We all know the Liberals and the Nationals never supported social housing.
Order.
We know that in
Members
government
on my left.
that they were heartless when it came to the robo-debt victims. So I say to those opposite in the Liberals and the National parties, it's time to find a heart and it's time to listen to people who desperately need housing right across Australia. It's not just robo-debt, though, Mr Speaker. Those opposite have failed to take responsibility for their inaction in housing too, for the thousands of Australians currently waiting on public housing waiting lists.
Member for Macarthur.
After a decade of allowing the housing challenges across the country to grow, the Liberals and the Nationals are now blocking homes for people that need them. Those opposite, together with the Greens, who they've teamed up with, are blocking tens of thousands of social and affordable homes that would be built under the $10 billion Housing Australia Future Fund. They're blocking homes for women and children fleeing family violence. They're blocking homes for older women at risk of homelessness. They're blocking homes for veterans at risk of homelessness. And that's why we're giving them another chance. That's why we're reintroducing that bill today, Mr Speaker, because I say to them, please do not continue to block homes. Don't continue to block homes for people like Laurie that I spoke about on Monday in this place, who wants to go back to school. Don't block homes for people like Lisa and Sean. Sean, who can now have an operation because he has somewhere to go home to. That is the seriousness of what we are talking about here. We want this bill to pass. That's why we've reintroduced it. We want to build more homes. It's as simple as that. And we want those opposite and the Greens to join us and the crossbench to pass this bill. We want you to join the community housing providers who want this bill passed. We want you to join the state and territory housing ministers who want this bill passed. We want you to join the experts and those on the front line of our housing challenges that want this bill passed. You know, we heard from the NBA today that we cannot afford to play politics with the lives of many Australians who are struggling, Mr Speaker. Time to get on with it.